So as we know, we didn't get a lot of Sokka and Legend of Korra, but there is one thing in particular that was very disappointing to me. Hey y'all, welcome to the Geek Talk. Today I wanted to discuss the idea of Sokka being a very big disappointment in Legend of Korra. No, I'm not talking about his character. I think his character or his characterization was done well. I think that they got, at least the few times that we saw him, right. But the thing about it is that in the series itself, we get no real indication of what happened to him. Yes, we got confirmation that he was dead by this time, and that's something that we didn't get from the show itself, but from outside sources. But why didn't we get that storyline? Why didn't we understand what happened to him? And the reason why I find this most disappointing is because in my own headcanon, which is totally not valid at all, this is completely a theory, is that I think it should have happened like this. Sokka should have been killed by the Red Lotus. Yes, I said it. Sokka should have been killed by the Red Lotus. Now, this isn't great just for giving an explanation to what happened to him, because right now we can only speculate on why he died or what happened to him. Also, what happened to Suki and some of the other Kyoshi warriors and all the other, storylines that are related to Sokka. But it would have helped the actual storytelling of Legend of Korra itself. So when we get to the season of Book 3, Red Lotus, it would have been great, and I've been talking about this before, but the idea of seeing a Red Lotus alone episode where we get an origin story for them, or at least get their backstory, kind of similar to what we got with Amon and Noatak and Tarlok and all that stuff in the Out of the Closet episode. I think that was called Out of the Closet. I forget what episode that was called. But just seeing how they tried to kidnap and assassinate Korra when she was a child, there were people who defended her. We had her father, we had Zuko. We would have seen an adult Zuko fighting them. I don't know if Tenzin was a part of that crew or not, but we would have seen a few of those older characters, and I think it would have been the most significant thing is if in that sequence we saw Sokka die protecting Korra, and that would help because in the context of the new season, we would have as an audience a visceral hate for the Red Lotus. We would want to see them ended. We would not agree with them at all because they were responsible for the death of one of our favorite characters from the original series. But not only us as the audience would feel that way, but I feel like the characters themselves, the characters that got a little bit of screen time but not a lot of it, would have been able to show up more often, like Katara. We would have got more from Toph. Maybe we could have saw a re-emergence of Suki if Suki is still alive. And no, Suki did not die at a young age. That is a rumor being perpetuated by the fan base, and it's completely false and unfounded and unverified. But in any case, we could have saw Suki come back. We could have saw all these other characters come back to fight against the Red Lotus, and also it would elevate the threat of the Red Lotus as well if we got this backstory about Sokka. Also, it just gives us some form of explanation from Sokka, but that's it. I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think that we should actually get something like this where Sokka did perish under the Red Lotus and was avenged by not only Korra but some of the old gang, and kind of getting context for all of that? I think it's a more compelling storyline. I think it's what should have been done, and it is my most disappointing element of Sokka in the series. But that is it. I'll see you guys on the next one. You can see more Avatar related videos in the box somewhere near me, so go ahead and watch those if you want to continue seeing stuff on my channel. But as always, peace, love, and remember, be water, my friends.